my god! Overshot it, okay. Holy crap, everyone. My favorite character in fighting games ever has returned, and I could not be more excited. It has been so hard to avoid the internet while at work today. He was actually leaked a little while ago, but then he was taken away, just like Taki. Then they brought him back, and I still had to avoid the spoilers, which is so tough when your job requires you to be on the internet. But man, I managed to avoid pretty much every spoiler. I saw a still image of him in my peripheral just browsing my account on YouTube. I saw him in a recommended video, but that's all I've seen, so I cannot wait to react to this character. Yoshimitsu is hands down my favorite character in all of fighting games. Terry Bogard is a close second, but he's not nearly as unique or as interesting as Yoshimitsu is. In fact, I think one person on Reddit did a fantastic job when describing him. They called him the Lady Gaga of fighting games, because in every single game he has a different outfit. And oddly enough, the reason you can tell it's Yoshimitsu is because you don't recognize him, and that's so fascinating to me. That's probably the only character in fighting games you can say that about. The reason he stands out is because he looks different in every single game, and the reason you know it's Yoshimitsu is because you don't recognize him. It's the coolest thing. So I cannot wait to see how he looks in this game, and I hope they made him a bit crazier. In Tekken, he's not that good, at least in Tekken 7. Ever since Tekken 6, I believe, he's been a little bit low tier, but in Soul Calibur, especially in Soul Calibur 5, he's been a very legit character. Now, very tough to use, very high learning curve, but just like Viola, once you learn him, godlike character. So I hope in this game he's also really good, because he's definitely my main as far as men go. I always have a male main and a female main. That's always how I roll in fighting games. I think my female main is going to be Ivy, unless they announce Setsuka, in which case she has to win. But okay, I'm sorry, I'm taking too long. Let's go ahead and look at Yoshimitsu. I cannot wait to see how he plays or how he looks. I'm really excited. Let's do this. Gotta put my headphones in. Alright, here we go. Let's get past all the advertisements. Perhaps it was fate. A tale of souls and swords. Volume is way too loud. Take care of that. Whoa, he looks like a god. Whoa! Oh my god. Oh, he looks so good. That's a new move. That's a new move. Camera switch there. That was a bit weird. Cool stance. Okay, that's the old school throw. Traditional. Oh, he faked the unblockable. Good stuff. He has never been able to do... This is some crazy stuff happening. Okay, usual throw. He cannot cancel door knocker. That is a new thing. That move's finally useful. Does it still take off health? Did he just steal health back? Oh, that fake out was amazing. That's what makes Yoshimitsu great. That fake out. What an awesome string, too. He keeps glowing. Is he stealing health? Okay, gosh, shut up. It's super. Oh, it's a baseball. Oh my god, he sliced it in half like a baseball bat. Oh my god.
Tonight, a demon runs wild.
Ooh, he's a bit sinister this time around. He's like an anti-hero. Oh, there is too much to break down in that trailer. Luckily, I have a pretty good memory, and I'm pretty good at memorizing everything the first time I see it, so lots of crazy stuff was happening there. He has a lot of new stuff that he can do. So the first thing I noticed is he canceled his door knocker into his launcher string, which is something he can't normally do. So that's a brand new thing. And then he canceled that string into a brand new move where he spins like 5 times. He always had a little flag hit, which he only has in Soul Calibur because he only has the flag in Soul Calibur, but he grabs the flag and like hits you with it. It's still attached to his back. He just leans and directs it at you and smacks you with it while he spins, and it's only while he's flying. And he still seems to have that move, but he did it like crazy on steroids. He just spun 15 times. How's he not get dizzy? He must be a ballerina in a past life. He doesn't get dizzy at all. I'm in love with the new look. I think it's fantastic. I think it's just the right amount of crazy. It mixes traditional with crazy out there design choices. The only thing I'm not super excited about, and the only negative at all, and it's not even a big thing, I don't like the color scheme. It looks like a tetradic color scheme, which means it's 4 different colors. It's red, blue, green, and yellow, which I don't like tetradic color schemes typically. I think it's tetradic, could be square, but I don't like tetradic color schemes typically. But you can change the color. The character is fully customizable, so no reason to be upset about that. You can change it. I love the demon look. I love that he glows. Ever since Injustice 2, I've learned how much I love glowing bits on any character. So Taki glows and Yoshimitsu glows too. The super started off really awesome and ended pretty cool too. It ended a bit more gently than I'd like it to. You know, he kind of just gently like graces the sword. I was kind of hoping he'd absorb the soul and then smack him to knock him down or something, but he just cuts the soul in half and that's it. Still looked fantastic, awesome lighting, awesome special effects. Looks really cool, so many new moves. Okay, so what else was there? Door knocker into a launcher, which was really cool. Oh, we saw the fake out. Yeah, during the Manji Dragonfly, he did the the just frame, which he has like a 2-kick just frame. It's 3-4, and he does a kick, and that move's actually minus, but it's not punishable. So the fact that he can actually evade afterwards is cool because he can steal his turn back. And that's one of the best things about 3D fighting games, is you can take your turn back all the time. So he moved out of the way and then punished with his flying 1 attack, which is unblockable, and he's in that soul state. I think it's called soul charge, right? He's in his soul charge state, which means it came out a lot faster, and it's unblockable, by the way. When it glows fiery like that, that means it's unblockable. I'll have to watch this a few more times to see what else is in there. But we saw the unblockable after the awesome evasive move, which he hasn't had before. We saw him transition from the launcher into his Manji Dragonfly, which has not been possible before. I think the only way to transition into his Manji Dragonfly in Soul Calibur 5 was he could be in his hop stance. I forget what that's called. He could be in his hop stance where he's on top of the sword, and then he could kick you, which puts him into the flight state, and then he can throw you out of that. But here we see him actually do a launcher into the Manji Dragonfly, into the foot crab, which then puts you on the ground. Really, really cool stuff. And this trailer gave me like absolutely everything that I wanted to see. I think with Taki I was left wanting a lot more. This trailer gave me almost everything I wanted to see. It's fantastic. Now there's a lot of crazy stuff he can do that's not here, right? One big thing that really caught me off guard. I almost forgot about it because it was so new. So after he dodged during the rock, paper, scissors moment, he did a new move where he carried him across the screen, kind of like Astaroth. I'm wondering if that move rings out, but after he did it, he took their soul. And I'm wondering if every time he does that, he gets some health back. We see him glow, so it seems like he might get health back. Now, maybe very minor, like 5% or 10%, but that's still pretty crazy that he has those attributes on some of his moves. And I think we see him do that a couple more times, like him steal their health back. We never see him do the actual soul steal where he picks them up off the ground and then drains their health. You can actually give them their health back too, which drains your health bar. Pretty funny mechanic. You never want to do it, but it's something you can do in the game. It's really funny. But basically he has everything good, and then like the good stuff got even better because he has new stuff as well. It looks very fascinating. I'm super excited. My favorite character in all of fighting games, and he's finally back. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh yeah, we also saw one new move at the very start of the trailer where he spins his sword. He's always had the windmill move, but it's always been way in front of his face, and it's unblockable, although it's very slow. Actually, I don't think it's unblockable in Soul Calibur. They change it up between both games, Soul Calibur and Tekken. But this time he kept it a lot closer, and it launched the opponent, which he then canceled into his Manji Dragonfly again. So a lot more stance canceling happening. The one thing I didn't see was his iconic move, which is a really tough just frame. I think it's like a 1-frame just frame in Soul Calibur 5, where he smacks them back down to the ground so hard that they slide on the ground and their feet kick up and they're stuck on the ground for like a solid second, so you can extend the combo, and that's actually his bread and butter way of extending combos. And it was way too tough to do in Soul Calibur 5. It was insanely tough. So was his little nut punch. He has a little nut punch move where he gets low and punches you right in the crotch, and that's one of his best ways to extend combos too. Also very tough move to do. So tough in fact that they had a meter version you could do that was optional. It was much easier to do, but it cost you some meter. That's how tough it was. So I hope in this iteration, oh god, sorry, I have a bit of a cough. I hope in this new iteration that those moves are a bit easier to do, because they were super frustrating, and I hope they're a bit easier this time around so the character's a bit more accessible, because those are bread and butter tools. They weren't just like the crazy, like only every now and then useful moves that are very tough to do for that reason. They're very useful moves that were very tough to do, and it made a lot of people not want to play Yoshimitsu. So I hope some of those moves are a bit easier to do, but outside of that, super excited for this character. I cannot wait, man. And I know this video's not going to get any views because the hype for Soul Calibur 6 is surprisingly low right now. I know this video's not going to do well, but I just had to make a video about my boy Yoshimitsu. In fact, let's go ahead and make a little bet right now. If this video can get, let's say, like 3,000 views or 300 likes, one of the two or both would be fantastic. But if either one of those things happens, I will main Vegeta Blue on this channel. I don't care how many L's I take, I don't care how many losses I have to add under my belt. I will play Vegeta Blue, and one other character that you guys want to request, maybe Gotenks, something crazy like that. I will main those two crazy characters if this video can get 3,000 views or like 300 likes. It's not gonna happen. I know it's not gonna happen, that's why I'm not even scared. It's not gonna happen. But if you did in fact enjoy the video and you enjoyed my reactions, which are very rare on this channel, then please leave a like down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and post a comment too. How do you feel about Yoshimitsu? Is he your favorite character in fighting games? And if not, who is your favorite character? And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the bell. That way you never miss a future video. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs. It's like I'm talking into a robot penis.